Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm going to do a video showing you the differences between the E6 from Team Magic, which is the Red Cat MT8E version 2, the BES from Team Magic, which was similar to the BE6S that Red Cat had, and then the new one, which is the E6 V-Gen, which is the name's actually E6 IIIHX V-Gen, which is basically their 5th generation of this chassis, this platform. This one's a roller, but I'm going to kind of talk about some of the differences you get between the Red Cat Ready to Run and the BES Team Magic Ready to Run. Since I started dealing with the V-Gens, the most asked question I have is, what's the differences between the BE6S or basically the BES? And, there are some, so I want to kind of go over those, and there's some key differences that basically they've just changed the platform. So this is the new way they're going to be going from here on out. Plan on seeing a ready to run version of it hopefully here in the future, but for now we have the BES and the Red Cat MT8E filling that void for people that just want to go get it ready to run and still have the same platform. So let me get into it. I have my V-Gen here. This is mine's ready to run now. I kept my old body, it just did up, so I did that and put the V-Gen decals and all, the one I wanted on it. But basically it's the same truck. Switched over my knuckles from my BE6S and some other things. So all the Red Cat parts are completely compatible with all the Team Magic because they're the same factory. It's essentially the same truck with some minor differences between the few models. I'm not really going to take the time to do the unboxing for this truck because I know there's already a couple of them out there for it. But this essentially will be an unboxing because, we just kind of go over everything that the vehicle has, and basically it's going to be more of a comparison video than the unboxing. But regardless, we're going to cover most of the same stuff. Alright, so let me go ahead and get these pulled down, and we'll take a look at the MT8E comparing to the BES, and since they're both the ready to runs, and we'll go over the differences of what you get between those two vehicles. Alright, so this one actually is not a complete truck. I do have the electronics and stuff for it, but I was actually going to make a V-Gen ready to run, so I pulled the electronics and everything from this one. I started to, and then I realized I wanted to do it for this video. So instead of just putting it all back in, it's out. It's no big deal for what I'm going to go over. So right out the gate, between the two vehicles, you can notice the decals are a little bit different. Headlights, the windows, side windows, things like that. So I have mixed feelings on the decals on all of these three of these trucks. My favorite being the Red Cat. I love the eyes, love the decals that are on that body. I'm not a huge fan of the window, although I do like the front window a little bit on this. I do prefer just the solid, more plain looking windows without the red netting on the side, which again, when we're looking at the bodies, it's not a huge deal. But to me, it just looks a little bit better with the plain one. The Team Magic, the BES headlights and decals, I do like as well. These are on my body. So I'm not a big fan of the V-Gen grill setup and all, all this on this part of it. It doesn't look that good to me. But the solution I've come up with for myself is, I went with my body that I already had. I kept it, which is this one. So I do like this one as well, not as much as this, but again, to me, it's still better than this one. So, now that I am selling these, Team Magic has also informed me that I can get the sticker decal sheets for the E6 and the BES. So I will probably grab, for as many of those trucks I have, I will probably bring those decal stickers in and just start giving people the option of, having both of them in the package. Because I see a couple of my guys that have already purchased these, that two of them have chosen to actually leave the decals off the front. And, it came out looking good. The truck looks good, all painted up, but it just, apparently I'm not the only one. So, again, it's just something I think they could have did a little bit better. But, we'll get to the V-Gen here in a minute. So Team Magic puts the Power Team Magic logo on there. Other than that, all the body cladding and everything else is exactly the same. just some decal differences. Bodies are, again, identical. All right, so the biggest differences here between the Red Cat and the BES are also the same differences that we had between the Red Cat MT8E and the MT8E BE6S. So this is just Team Magic's version. Red Cat has dropped that truck. They're going a little bit different route in the future. They're keeping the MT8E in there because it sells better for them. BE6S was a little bit more, and this BES is actually going to cost even more than what the BE6S does because I'm not getting it in bulk like Red Cat was through containers that take 2 months or whatever plus to get. I'm getting them airmail a little bit faster, and I'm not getting the quantity. So this is going to retail for probably about $85, $95 more than what I was able to sell the BE6S for. But it still gives people the option to pick one up if you want the option, because it's still a nice truck. It has a lot of value over the MT8E as far as some of the things we're going to cover. But for $500, man, this is a great truck still. Even the way it is out the box, you don't need the upgrades. But if you're going to upgrade the truck and spend some money on it, you can start off with this platform and upgrade it as you go, and you can basically turn it into something like this if you just want to add key parts that you want and not everything. So again, the MT8E Red Cat is ready to run. It's local in the States. You can get it pretty much anywhere. It's got a huge benefit. This is pretty much something that only I can get right now. Mainly, I'm only one bringing them in. Probably only keep the BES on special order, just because I don't know how many I'm going to sell. I prefer to sell the MT8E and continue to support Red Cat, but I will have the BES if people want it. The V-Gens I am stocking, and but those are more for somebody that's buying the MT8E isn't looking to go out and do a lot with their vehicle. They want to buy it and get it out the box and start running it. The V-Gen's more for somebody that literally is going to rip the truck down, probably do all the oils, do all the fluids and things like that, the shocks, probably wants to upgrade their own motor electronics, has their favorite receiver, maybe they're going to go get one. That's what that truck's for. So I mean, again, we can't really compare these and say that you should buy this one over that one. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just showing you the differences. So I just want to be clear with that. All right, so going over these trucks side by side, I'm just going to kind of start in the front and work my way back. So you have a millimeter thicker shock tower than you do on the MT8E. These are not the upgraded CNC ones, but these are just they were a little bit thicker. They did reinforce them for the BES and the BE6S. The aluminum shocks, full aluminum, not adjustable, but they give you the spacers and things, but these are full aluminum versus the plastic ones. Same Savox servo, the 0231. Same LED lights and things like that. The motor, this one's a like a Max 8 kind of Hobby Wing rebrand. Basically, this one is the one that came on the Red Cat. It's also a 2200. They're both 2200. They're both 4274. I mean, really, there's not much more you need than that. They're both about the same spec. So this one gives you the upgraded ESC. Basically, it's like the True Max 8 rebrand, whereas the one that comes on the MT8E is more like a quick run 150. It's still capable of pushing this motor and powerful enough, so you shouldn't have an issue on either one of them. I do like the XT90 connectors on here versus the Deans that come on this. I just think the Deans, they're a little bit lower rated. They're not really made for the 6S power. Now, granted, you're doing 2 3S batteries and all, but it just, again, with that power coming through to it, yes, it can handle the 3S, but it should have a little bit more voltage limitation just for the power that you're going to be putting through, especially if you're going to be putting some bigger battery packs and things on these, which, again, you're limited on size with these two models. But there are a couple things that you can do to gain a little bit more room. This one has the slide style motor mount and aluminum diff housing. This one is just a regular mount, 2 screws in there, plastic diff housing. So this was a great platform for them. This is the style they used when they had it for 4S. As they increased the truck and made the truck a little bit better, They went with the aluminum diff housings and things like that, which just kind of make the reduction gears and everything kind of stay in place a little bit better. So, you know, this is something that I do like. I do think it strengthens the center of the truck up a little bit better when you have that aluminum diff mount. This is one of those upgrades that you can add to this as you go, and not, you know, spend so much money. Christ, between the two differences, you're almost at $200 here. So if we're talking $200 and you don't want all the upgrades between the two, that's a $100 set that you can get the V-Gen parts for. Basically drop them right on here, and you can then have the upgraded motor mount, lightweight reduction gears, and some other things that we'll talk about. But so that's not a big deal. But again, I do like the fact that it comes with it on this. Here's a better look at that motor mount. Again, I'm not going to pop these off right now, but underneath these covers, for if you have a BES, you just kind of take these covers and trash them. I don't use them. But in here's two straps, one on each side, and it holds your batteries down. And what you can do with this model is you can actually Dremel about half of this side guard down right here. I have my BE6S over there. I can show you guys what I mean. But you can Dremel about half this down here, and it'll allow you to put fat packs in there with the straps. So here's what I mean right here. This is the same tray. You can see I just cut off a little bit here, and that allows my batteries, the fat packs, to fit in there underneath this motor mount here, which was improved and fixed on the V-Gen, but that still is an issue for these trucks. Just a limited motor space there. I mean, just a limited battery tray space there. But this definitely fits the fat packs, no issues, and is a quick solution if you're looking, you know, to not have to worry about it, or if you don't have the money for the V-Gen, or if you don't want to, you know, spend a little bit of money on conversion. All right, so moving back, see, and this is the only one I've seen with this, the BES. The Red Cat ones didn't have it, the V-Gen didn't have it, the E6 didn't have it, but they put like this reflective coating on this thing. It looks pretty badass. I like it, but it's just it's not something that I even usually keep on my other trucks. I've always taken that piece off. I just think the airflow is a little bit better, even though it has that little hood scoop vent thing in there that's supposed to suck the air in. So with my my new V-Gen, I did leave it on. I'm going to try it, and you know, like I said, I've just always ignored it and took it off. But if I had that one, I might do it because it looks badass. But regardless, it's just cosmetic and has nothing structurally. The wing shims, I would recommend removing these wing shims. I would put some plastic breakaways on. You know, even the Red Cats aren't breakaway. I would change these out as well to some breakaways, because what happens is, until Team Magic comes out with this solution, this little T-piece right here that comes up, it holds these two pieces on. You start breaking this, and you have to buy the whole wing assembly to get to it. It's just a pain in the ass. If you do the breakaway shims, they break away and your wing just flies off, and then you just go put on a couple more shims. And I think you can pay like $5 for I think 12 or something. It's, you know, you get a lot of them. It's worth it just to go ahead and buy them and replace them as you break them. And it's going to save you money on that piece and buying kits that you don't need. All right, so we talked about the CV axles and things being a millimeter thicker, the drive shafts and things being a millimeter thicker, but all your drive cups are also beefier and thicker. So let's take a peek at them. All right, so you can see on the BE6S and the BES, you would have this real thick drive cup, whereas this one's just a kind of standard. Again, never had an issue with these. My son beats the hell out of his, but it's just that you're getting a little bit more beefier cup to go with the beefier shafts. So it's just a little bit of a bonus, something else that you're spending your little bit extra money on. All right, well, that was pretty much all I wanted to cover with that. I just want to do a quick review because I've already done the MT8E versus the BE6S comparison, which is basically the same conversion comparison. But I just want to kind of touch base, show a lot of that again real quick, just so when I compare it to the V-Gen, everybody's up to speed. If you haven't watched that video, you don't have to. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull the V-Gen down now, and we're going to take a look at it, and I'm going to go over some comparables, you know, and compare the $630 roller to the $700 ready to run loaded truck, or the MT8E $500 truck that you can get here in the States. So again, big price differences. Got one here for everybody. Just depends on what your cup of tea is. But let's get that V-Gen down. Take a look at it. All right, I did forget a couple comparables here as well before I jump into this one. This one has plastic diff housings. This one's got the steel diff housings. So I just want to cover that because those do have a lot of value in them. I mean, the front and rear diff, it's a huge bonus for some people. A lot of people go out and spend a lot of money on the Arma stuff and go get the hot racing diff housings or aftermarket ones because they know they work and they're a little bit more durable. They just kind of hold up a little bit better. So again, something you can upgrade with this one, but I just want to make sure you know that is included with the BE6S, the BES versions, and the V-Gen. So going into the V-Gen, they give you the clear body. They do give you all the body cladding. They just leave it off, obviously, for painting reasons. So it's a nice touch to give you the clear body. You get to pick your color right out the gate. The original BES did that when it came out as a roller. So I mean, it's just something they've kind of carried over. I like it. But again, it's more for people that are looking to do custom stuff, and that, you know, that's the person that this truck's going to be for. The person that wants to do customizations, wants to upgrade it out the box, doesn't mess with stock electronics. You know, that's what you got here. Or maybe you got some electronics laying around and you just want to get your hands on a you know, great truck, great chassis, great platform. E6 is tried and tested. That's why we're up to the E6 III. You've had the E6, E6 II, Trooper 2. They got the Raptor. What else they got? The HX, the HX 3. The V-Gen, the BES. I mean, there's multiple variations. J-Star that they use that platform for. So it's a tried and tested platform. It's a great platform. They wouldn't be selling so many of them built on this platform and keep constantly making it better if it wasn't something good. All right, so the V-Gen, again, being a roller, we'll start from the front and kind of go over the differences here. We're going to only look at the upgraded one for right now. I'm just basically going to do the BES compared to the V-Gen at this point because there's so many differences from this truck, from the the Red Cat and the stock E6, that really I just want to talk about what makes it better than the BE6S or the BES, as far as or at least not even necessarily what makes it better, because the truck's almost identical. What key differences they made between the vehicles is really what I'm going to talk about. So one of them, starting with the front again, aluminum adjustable shocks. So these are actually twistable and adjustable for spring retention, where these have the clip style that have to go in. So you got full aluminum shocks, now adjustable. Nice bonus, nice shocks. Cnc Tower. This one is about the same thickness as the BESs were. It just, the CNC cut ones, they're just better. Just a better material, better look, and they are an upgrade over the stock version, the E6 and the MT8E version 2s, and they're even an upgrade over these. So of course it doesn't come with any electronics, so we can't really talk about servo and stuff. Now this one does have a slide style motor mount as well. The only difference with this slide style motor mount basically though is that it's raised up some to fit the new style on the battery trays, which we'll get at in a second here. But other than that, it's basically, it's lightweight. You can see they really went with the lightweightness on this truck. Get all the gaps and holes, whereas this one's solid. So that piece weighs a lot less, only talking a couple ounces here total, but I mean, we're looking, we're talking about cutting weight and reduction. That's one of the things they did with this truck. This truck was very heavy, and had a lot of, I wouldn't call it sluggish, but it was very heavy. It's a reduction gear truck, so it always had that heavier feeling. You couldn't gear this truck or put the same motor in this and get the same speeds that you could have like an Arm Italian or Creighton or something, because of the reduction gears and just kind of how clunky they are, in my opinion. So what we're looking at now is they put the lightweight reduction gears in here. So they're thinner, they're lighter, and they're going to move and mesh quicker and easier. Same thing, they have a lightweight steel spur in here that's basically gapped and cut open a little bit like this is, where you can basically just get rid of some of the material and still have the product and have a quality piece. So this whole reduction gears, whole box, everything is changed. It's all lightweight. It all helps the truck move a little faster. Not getting too far back, I got these little dust caps here. that go on the nuts on the end. Nice touch versus just a regular, hex nut. I do like the dust covers. I usually add them to most of my trucks anyway. So that's the biggest difference right there, is your side tray mount. That thing can take a fat pack in sideways. Load it in from here. You don't have to worry about the motor mount being in your way. Goes right in, easy access, no more tray covers, no more constricted trays itself. You get a lot more space here, a lot more room, and easier access to the batteries. So I've already played around with that one with mine, taking my batteries in and out, and I do like it so much better. It's just so much of a nicer design. And I will have these as well, guys, for anybody that has the MT8E version 1, version 2, or even the BE6S. I will have the chassis, battery trays, and even the V-Gen parts to convert pretty much all this. And now this gets a little pricey when you're doing it all at once, but if you've already got the truck and you just want to make it better, then I will have those parts and conversions for you, especially if you wreck it. That's the best time to do it, really, then. If you break your chassis, might as well just go with the next one. So also with these, they are plastic hubs, but they do come with the aluminum pivot balls inside, which is an upgrade over both of them. Even the BE6S doesn't come with, and the BES doesn't come with aluminum pivot balls in there. So that's another upgrade they give you on the truck. It's got a reinforced chassis mount in there, which you can't see because it's underneath this part, but there's an aluminum chassis mount in there. They give you the front skid on this one. That's a what, I think $45 part, something like that, on their website, and they give it to you with the front. I personally would get one for the rear, and I have a T-bone in the front of mine, so I don't even use that on mine. But the one in the rear is more important to me because it just protects the ass end of it where the T-bone doesn't. Same beefy drive cups. It's got the aluminum wing shims again. I tell you to get rid of them. If you're going to be bashing this thing, save you some money in the long run. A lot of hassle with that T-piece. So the differentials in this one, again, we talked about the steel casings. This has steel casings as well. Plus, it's got the CNC bevel gears, as well as, like I talked about, the spur as well. So you're getting not only the steel case, but you're getting the CNC bevel gears and stuff as well, which are more money that's packed into this truck that you never even see. It gives you these front body post tips. It only gives you the fronts, which even they didn't really hit. I thought they did it in case that's the one you need the most, in case you flip it over. But these guards do such a good job protecting that they don't hit anyway. But they only gave it to you in the front. They didn't give them to you in the rear, but it's still more that they gave you on the other two trucks. So it's still a nice little upgrade and cut your price in half if you do want to get them for the rear. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, this is the V-Gen. This is an awesome vehicle, man. There's a lot of differences, a lot more upgrades packed into this truck over top of this one. The value for this truck is definitely there, but there's value in all three of these trucks. The MT8E version 2, it's great value for $500. What Red Cat had with the BE6S was a huge value. I mean, they had that truck at $600 retail. This is going to cost me more to get rid of it, like I said. So looking back now and seeing how good of a value that BE6S was, it's just crazy to me that it was only $100 more. But now we're stuck with, having to bring in this to even be able to fill that void. So it's a chance for me to bring these in. This truck wasn't marketable for me while the BE6S was still here. But I wanted, and it still, to me, it probably isn't going to be marketable because the V-Gen is what they're pushing now. This is the newest thing, and it is so much better. By the time you buy this for $700, and let's say if you bought this for $700 and you wanted to add, leaving the straps, leaving everything the way it is, you're going to Dremel your sides. Let's say if you want to add the CNC bevel gears in the front and the rear, that still gives you, in addition to that, you have the trays and things like that. So if you were to convert this and say, hey, I'm going to buy this truck and convert it, you're about $300 and some worth of parts to convert it to make it like the V-Gen. So if you're factoring $300 and some more on top of a $700 truck, you're at $1,000 to make that ready to run look like this one. Whereas you buy this one for $630, you get yourself a nice combo unit. maybe throw in a BLX or something somebody pulled out of a crate, and you can pick them up for about $100. Now you're at $730. Throw in a 50-60 buck servo, you're $800. It's still a very expensive vehicle. You got people out there that'll say, well, Christ, if I'm going to spend $800, I'm going to throw another $100 out there and go get myself an X-Max and things like that. And that's fine. And there's a lot of people out there like that. But your X-Max isn't coming loaded like this is. It's not coming with the upgrades that this has. So basically, you're comparing your X-Max to what this truck would be at $500. Not saying that this is anywhere comparable to an X-Max at all. What I'm saying is that this would be like the X-Max that you buy, and this would be the X-Max that you buy and upgrade. So, it's not a full comparison. When you start saying, well, $800 compared to $900, you're basically talking more like $800 compared to $1,200 or $1,300. Because if you go start doing the same things to the X-Max, it's going to creep up. And again, off topic here with the X-Max, but I was just trying to make a point with that. But regardless, guys, no matter which way you go, you're going to get yourself a solid truck. I just want to make sure that I had a video, something I could show people some of the differences and talk about some of the differences without having to constantly type and reply basically the same answer. So, and I didn't get a chance to get this thing out and do an unboxing for it. But so this is, like I said, kind of doubling up as my unboxing and kind of showing it off a little bit, as well as showing you exactly what the differences are, because I could show you the truck and we can talk about the truck by itself. But being able to see them and talk about them side by side does help. But all right, guys, I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. I usually always try to reply. These will be on my website soon, if not by the time of the posting of this video. We already got the MT8E up there. The BES I'll put up there, but it's going to be for special order. I do have 2 of them in right now. But like I said, once they're gone, I don't plan on bringing them back in. So if you want one, you're looking at maybe a 2 to 3 week time frame from the time I order one to the time I get it. So it's not a huge wait, but if you're something you're looking for, I can get them. And if it says it on the website, pre-order only or special order only, just know what that is. You feel free to call me. Numbers on the website, all the links and all in the video descriptions down below of all my videos. So if you guys, again, have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments section, reach out to me on social media, or reach out to me via the phone number on the website. So, all right, guys, I really appreciate it, man. And the only thing I didn't talk about is the tires, but they're all the same. All 3 of the trucks come with the same exact tires, so there's really nothing to cover there. But that's it, guys. 3 great trucks. Thank you, Team Magic, and thank you, Red Cat.